Behind me is the U.S. Capitol building. Now there's a mystery behind this. In my book, The Revealing, in one of the chapters on the dreams, I had a dream in 2012, and in that dream I see a hill. There was nothing but a hill, but I look off to the left and I see a man, and he's wearing a suit. Then I look off to the right, back at that hill, and I see what looks like this Capitol building. It was being built, it was under construction. I look back off to the left, and I see that man that was wearing a suit, but he was no longer wearing a suit. He was dressed as a pope, wearing pope's clothing. I then hear a voice that says, "Here is the beginning." When I wake up from the dream, I look and I see. I look up things on the U.S. Capitol building. And what I find out was there once was a man who owned this land that you see behind me. The man had a vision that a House of Parliament would be built on that land. The man sold that land to the government. And what you see behind me is what was built on it, the Capitol building. The man who owned that land, he had a name. His name was Francis Pope. Now again, this dream I had was in 2012. I told people that I knew. I told a chaplain friend of mine, I said, "Mark my words. The current pope that you have will either die or he will resign. More than likely, he will resign." And I said, in the next pope that they choose, he will choose the name Francis. From October of 2012, November, December, January, and then February, Pope Benedict had resigned. It had been the first time since the Pope had resigned for over 600 years. But that very next month, in the month of March of 2013, a new Pope was selected, and his name was Francis. He chose the name Francis, Pope Francis. He was the first. And what I declared in this was, I said he will be a first of firsts. He was. He was the first Jesuit Pope. He was the first Pope outside of Rome from Argentina. And there's even a mystery behind the whole thing with Argentina as well. When they declared their independence as a republic, it happened on September 11th, back years and years ago. However, we look at this, he was also the first person, the first Pope to speak out of the U.S. Capitol building. He was the first Pope to speak out of the United Nations in 2015. And what did he say when he was there at the United Nations? When he addressed the world, when he addressed the nations, he said, his first words were, he said, "In my own name and on behalf of the Roman Catholic Church." He said, "In my own name." Okay? Now, we know back in Scripture, Jesus, Yeshua, what he had said. He says, "I come in my Father's name, and you do not receive me. But when one comes in his own name, him you will receive." Okay? When you saw the Pope coming into the United States, you saw people coming around all over. They were trying to reach out to touch him, just to touch him. You saw him in other countries. You saw him in Israel. You saw him in various other countries, and everyone was receiving him. You see the things that he's saying now. It's an apostasy, a falling away. The things that he has blessed, saying to bless same-sex marriage, to bless these things. Now, hear my words. I'm not saying that he is indeed that false prophet. But is he doing things that false prophet will do? He is. Is he speaking things as like a lamb? You know, does he appear as a lamb? But the very words that he says is that like that of a serpent. Are the words that he's saying against the very foundations of the things of God? They are. And the people are following, and they're starting to listen. I believe that dream that I had in 2012, it wasn't just a regular dream. It was a dream that was prophetic, saying, here is a beginning. And what is that beginning? Is it a beginning of restoration? Or is it a beginning of that apostasy? Is it a beginning of that falling away? Because when you see that man who once owned that land that stands behind me now, whose name was Francis Pope, and literally in the dream, I see a man wearing a suit, and then he's wearing Pope's clothing. I had no idea about it. I had no idea about the history. But yet again, when I wake up from the dream, it led me to truth. And what is that truth? Right now, we have someone who is leading many people into apostasy. We need to pray for this nation. We need to pray for the world. And we need to hope and pray that they open up their eyes, that they have eyes to perceive and ears to hear for such a time as this. Here at Revealing the Times, we are watching. And the question is, are you?
Is there a mystery waiting to be revealed? From ancient times to current events. Is there more to be discovered concerning Jesus' baptism and his birth? Do the scriptures reveal more concerning the two witnesses than one may expect? Have you been searching, looking for answers? Is there more to Russia and Ukraine, China and Taiwan? Hear what others are saying about the most explosive book of our time. The time is now. The time is set for the revealing. Available now. Scan the QR code to get your copy today. To join the mailing list, go to www.revealingthetimes.com.
Be the light that you are meant to be. Set your light up on a lampstand so that others may see. For there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed. Here at Revealing the Times, we are watching. And the question is, are you? If you watch the message, remember to like and share with others. To subscribe with your tablet or smartphone, in the bottom left corner you can scan the QR code to connect with us. Or on your browser, visit us at revealingthetimes.com. Again, that is revealingthetimes.com. Here at Revealing the Times, we are watching. And the question is, are you? May God bless you and yours always. And until next time, you take care.